finally here in Emporia. How does it feel to actually have a home match?
Oh, so good. I mean, we've been on the road. We have time to get school done. We have time to get everything together, and we're just really excited to defend our court and have the opportunity to do that this weekend.
You were a freshman last year, so you've been through it. So you know that it's going to be different going into MIAA play. How do you get the rest of the team kind of prepared for this jump up this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think reminding everyone that every game is a battle. It doesn't matter if you're playing the worst team in the conference or the best team. Every day is a battle, every time. So you got to come out and you got to fight with all the passion you have. And so, yeah.
Normally when you get on these things, the win streak is something that you don't want to talk about, don't want to think about, but obviously you guys are very aware that it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys kind of mentally, and how do you personally mentally process this? You guys have been playing very well since the first two matches.
Yeah, I mean, don't do anything differently, kind of stay where you're at. I think I try to just stay in the moment every day, live in the moment, have fun, don't think about it too much, don't stress, just go out there and play volleyball like I know how to do. So.
And just how exciting it is to be home. I mean, you talked about it a little bit, but just being on your own court.
Just so exciting. I mean, there's so many fans that we have coming. There's so many people that I'm just excited to play in front of and show off what we can do as Hornet Volleyball. And just show off what we've been working towards all season so far. So, yeah.
Well, so far, this winning streak, this two-setter thing seems to be working out pretty good for you. What's making it click so well?
Diversity in our offense. A lot of arms, and a lot of players' names have been called. We've been able to change some things when they're not going well, and some people have performed really well. So it's been a lot of fun. I think you always want to be on the right side of it. And even this past weekend, we had 6 sets that all went to deuce-set games, and we came on the right side of all of them, which was I think really great for the team to perform when it mattered.
You seem like you're almost like a chemist in the laboratory with your volleyball teams. At what point in the year do you feel like it needs to start going more toward refinement than experimentation? But I know that early in the year you've said you're not afraid to change things around.
I would love to have 6 and go and everybody plays well and we can just leave a lineup in. But, I think consistency is something, we talk a lot about in limiting our errors. And you can see we've been awfully offensive. We're earning a lot of points every set. But, unfortunately, we're given, in my opinion, I think too many away. We've got to get stingier. And, the girls know that if they're struggling a little bit, we've got somebody behind them. It's a great, I think, and I told the team after the weekend ended, that's one of our biggest assets, in my opinion, is that we can change gears pretty quick and see if we can get some production from somebody else. So, but yeah, to your point, it would be great to, settle in and have a group. And, I think we've got that to a certain extent, but, like I told them, I don't want them to play to not make an error. That can't be in the back of their head. They got to go for it. And, if they have it that night, great. If they don't, help us somewhere else. And if you can't do that, then, next girl up.
We've had a couple of top 25 opponents. What kind of a challenge does this in-conference top 25 opponent present to you on Friday?
They're good. They obviously had a wonderful year last year, so they came in, with a high regional ranking and obviously a high national ranking. And, I'm just thrilled that we get to play them at home versus at their place. What's in the past stays in the past, but I still remember last year, unfortunately, and it was not good for the Hornets. So I'm glad it's a new year, and they've got some familiar foes over on the other side of the net. They got a couple arms that returned from last year that I'm sure they're going to be ready, and it'll be I think a great challenge for us. But I'm glad we're here and not there.
How good is it just to be at home? Do you remember how to get here?
Yeah, it's funny, I think just facilities, had asked us, for next year, can we play a game here, coach, before we start MIAA play? And I had said, we'll definitely try to do that. So our friends in Kansas City at Rockhurst, I think, owe us one that I'm going to try to see if we can get a preseason game, before we start MIAA play. But I just think, with what the university is doing for the athletic department with, the ticket price being $0, and I think hopefully us, being on a pretty good win streak here, that we can get a lot of people in White Auditorium, to come support us against a ranked team on Friday night at 6 p.m. and obviously to turn around on Saturday at 7.